Hey everyone, thanks for clicking. This is Rocky, and it's finally time to talk about Heroes Reborn. So I wanted to give myself a little bit of time before I really talked about this mini-series. This is going to be an offshoot of the Heroes series that was cancelled after its 4th season back in 2010. I have a real love-hate kind of thing when it comes to Heroes. The original concept sounded amazing, as it was meant to be almost an anthology series about people gaining powers and treating it in a realistic manner. The idea was that each season we would be presented with a new group of powered people whose stories would overlap with parts of the previous seasons, kind of building a whole world as it were. This was the basic idea Tim Kring had, but unfortunately due to network meddling, we did not get to see this vision. Stories were changed to place the focus on Peter Petrelli, Claire Bennett, Siler, and to some extent Hiro Nakamura. We spent some time with other characters, but not to the degree or the extent that we had with these 4. The problem with this is they really lost track of these characters and handled them poorly, as well as the overall show. They ran into the power gap problem with Peter and Siler, as both were pretty much unstoppable, so they made some drastic changes to their characters that never really felt right. Claire was given some odd character arcs that never really paid off. They basically just used her to expose powered people to the world. The real problem they ran into was Hiro, as his power could basically be used to nullify anything bad that happened. For those that don't remember or did not watch the Heroes series, Hiro Nakamura had the power over space and time. Essentially, he could teleport, stop time over a certain area, as well as travel backwards and forwards in time. Now, to balance this out, they implemented several plot devices meant to keep him from using his powers. Things like his honor wouldn't let him, or he had a brain tumor at one point where the more he used his powers, the faster he would die. Things like that kind of put in. At one point, his powers were taken away for a while as well. This is something they did with Peter and Siler as well. I could go on and on about what went wrong, but I only mention these as I really hope they've learned from their mistakes. Heroes Reborn will be set about 5 to 6 years after Claire revealed she had powers to the world. Things naturally go a bit crazy, as there's a mix of anti and pro Evos, which has led to attacks from both sides, as well as Evo registration, which is similar to like the mutant registration we see in the X-Men series, as well as the Registration Act within the Marvel Civil War arc, things like that. Also, for some reason, the rate of evolved humans is on the rise. It seems all the heroes from the original series have gone into hiding, but now we have a new wave of evolved humans showing up to take their place or perhaps draw some of them back into the light. I imagine that Peter and Siler would not have gone into hiding quietly, as they were both very, not necessarily aggressive characters. Siler, yes, but Peter was more a very protective character and looking out for everyone, so he definitely would have been on the front lines defending people. So hopefully we're going to get some type of information on them, some type of closure with their characters. Thankfully, we did get a prequel or starter to the miniseries called Dark Matters, which was released online. Now, this webseries is meant to be the bridge between Heroes and Heroes Reborn, as well as to set up a lot of the major plot points for Heroes Reborn. The focus of the webseries seems to be on Phoebe and her brother Quentin. This series is also set a couple of years before Heroes Reborn. Now, during this series, Phoebe reveals to her brother that she's an Evo and has the ability to manipulate light and darkness, which begins simply with manipulating shadows. The series is filmed in a kind of hybrid found footage style, using cell phones, video cameras, security cameras, and things like that. Throughout the whole thing, we have this backdrop of an anonymous type Evo named Hero Truther, working to expose crimes against Evos as well as unite them. Phoebe starts having nightmares, and at the same time her powers begin growing at a rapid rate to the point where it almost looks like she can nullify other people's powers. Not quite Haitian-like, but very similar. I'm honestly getting a strong Poet vibe from her. Poet is a character from a comic book series titled Rising Stars, which was published a little bit before Heroes premiered. The premise was that a flash of light like a meteor strike appeared one night, and all children conceived under that light, totaling 113, were born with powers. Poet was the last to be conceived, and while the others gained powers from the light, his power was actually the same as the light, so he could essentially nullify anyone's powers if he chose. So to me, Phoebe is very similar, as I think she will be connected to the eclipse, and I hope they're finally going to fill in some of the mythos behind it. As in the original Heroes series, it was stated that a lot of the powers started during an eclipse, And then later on in this series, there was an eclipse that nullified everyone's powers. But they never really got into detail about that. So I'm hoping we're going to get some of that information within Heroes Reborn. For the rest of the web series, several events happened, including a terrorist attack in Odessa, Texas, that pushed Quentin into the main story, and we're left with him finding Mr. Horn-Rimmed Glasses himself, Noah Bennett. During the break-in of Renatus, we see a screen that shows a lot of references to the original series, including Primatech, Siler, the Walker Project, things like that were definitely involved in the original series. So I thought that was a nice touch, kind of bringing everything back to that original point. Let me know if you guys want me to do a more thorough breakdown of the actual web series itself. You can find all the parts on YouTube. I'll definitely put links down in the description below so you can check those out, as again, it's laying the groundwork for Heroes Reborn as well as giving us that bridge back to the original Heroes series. So it seems the initial premise of Heroes Reborn will be trying to take down Renatus, which appears to be the new face of Primatech, aka the company. Though they seem to be going more along the lines of using Evos as weapons, as opposed to tagging and bagging or keeping prisoners. This is shown with the attack on Odessa, and the blaming of Mohinder Suresh, who last we knew was a modified Evo. It looks like for the new cast they are going pretty young for the most part. Mostly high school and college age it looks like, which is fine. We don't get many glimpses of powers, but it appears that Tommy, who is played by Robbie Kay, has some sort of teleportation or reality-altering powers. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing him, as I enjoyed his work as Pan in Once Upon a Time. Zachary Levi will be playing Luke Collins, who seems to be hunting down Evos with his partner Joanne, and it seems to be a pretty dark character for him. Makes me wonder if he might actually be an Evo as well. Also, maybe he's an agent of Renatus. Don't really get enough information in the trailer for that. Either way, I'm excited to see him explore a darker side of a character. In the trailers, we get a few glimpses of the other new characters, but nothing clear as far as powers go. There seems to be someone running around in an almost samurai-like armor, which could be Miko or possibly Hero. Not sure how happy I am with such a young cast, as the diversity of the original was definitely one of its strong drawing points. Still, I'm definitely going to give it a shot. We also get some glimpses of the original heroes as well. I mentioned Noah Bennett, and it looks like he's had his basically mind wiped, or at least a portion of it, as he's working as some type of salesman again, but it doesn't look like he knows exactly what's going on. But we do see the Haitian come in later on in the trailer, and looks to possibly be giving him his memories back. So Bennett and Quentin are basically going to be teaming up to try and take down Renatus, or the company again. Heroes still seems to be the Ronin, looking to protect the other powered people. Micah is up to his old rebel tricks as he tries desperately to keep hope alive as Hero Truther. Parkman looks to possibly be a Renatus agent, or maybe he's in the FBI. Either way, he's definitely out for Noah. We see mention of Molly Walker, who has the ability to locate other people with powers. So I imagine she could be being used by Renatus, similar to how the company used her in the Heroes series. We round things off with Angela Petrelli as well as Mohinder Suresh. And you definitely know Angela's going to be right in the middle of everything. Overall, I am pretty excited for this series, but again, I'm trying to keep it contained, as NBC has screwed up Heroes before, as well as other shows, so I do not have much confidence in them. Definitely expect a lot more commercials and online marketing for Heroes Reborn, as it's set to premiere on September 24th, and it's scheduled to run for 13 episodes in total. Honestly, a short run actually lends itself to the series, as it will allow for better effects, as well as a tighter, more cohesive story. So hopefully they take advantage of that. Alright guys, those are my initial thoughts on Heroes Reborn. I'm definitely going to be checking it out, putting some top moments together for you guys to take a look at. Go and let me know down in the comments below what you think about Heroes Reborn, and who was your favorite character in the original Heroes series. Mine was definitely Peter Petrelli. I was a Peter Petrelli fanboy. I will admit it. Alright guys, if you've enjoyed the video, go ahead and pound that like button, and definitely subscribe to my channel. To subscribe to my channel, if you're on your computer, go and click that subscribe button, and that'll get you taken care of. If you're on your mobile device, there's a subscribe button down in the description below, as well as I will provide a direct link there as well for you. If you have gone ahead and subscribed already, thank you so very much. I really do appreciate you coming on board, and I hope you've been enjoying the videos. Alright guys, all that being said, I hope you have a great rest of your day now. Bye.